there a setting for is there a setting for what the so like when you look at it, it looks like this banner, the thumbnail is your Angry Studio thing. Is there a way of changing the thumbnail somewhere? Can you go to edit? Yeah. And like you replace that with the Jane. You're in document 2022 wedding info. Grace and Alex copy. Save.
Okay, here's the Gibbotle dashboard. You see I'm logged in my account. And this is the home page, and it gives us lots of information. It gives us information on our recent
It's on 720.
So is it possible it's just warning you that there wants a perfect right behind them?
Comes out the upload.
No, okay.
But you seem to put a good infill.
I mean, yeah, but it's, at the moment it's just,
Yeah, but you're doing sounds.
yeah, I mean, I heard sound.
You'll be able to come by sound.
Well, it'd be a bit hard to do that. It's gonna be, it'd be loud. Like, if I was listening to
Keep the volume down. You just want to see if it's moving. Put it just for a moment.
oh, there we go, it's working. What? Okay. So it's gonna be that long delay for the pan.
I think he likes it.
thing.
The big shooter on it. Yeah, that's
So from now on, before you do anything, check the cars.
It's been a year. Over a year since I've done that.
that makes you look.
You have an audience already. At best, we'll have an audience.
No. One? Oh, I said one card viewer, that's probably me.
this back up.
Well, I keep it on like that.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm sorry. Like I said, I wanted to conserve it because I saw it at 10% in action. I was scared. You know, you didn't lose yours, you lost mine. Because I unplugged it, like I told you I was. Take 5 deep.
This is all bring me trouble. I'm gonna,
What?
this one keeps filling up. It's a small. And then what I'm saying, 25 times.
Take 5 deep breaths.
She wanted us to start singing the old She said we actually take the last.
I think so.
She'll tell you that's what you know. She's heard our voices, so she has our ears, so she took the first 5 years. Let's see. It's so cute. You know what she's playing?
Grace and Alex respectfully request that you turn off your cell phones and put your cameras away. They have an amazing photographer, Katie right here, who's going to capture every moment for everyone to enjoy. With that, thank you so much, and let's have ourselves a wedding. Support, allowing each other the freedom to change and grow as individuals while developing your relationship as a couple as the days, months, and years go by. In a marriage, the little things are the big things, so establishing a partnership which recognizes the independence of one another and at the same time realizing that you will come to depend on each other for so much is imperative for a healthy, supportive, loving, long-term union. In order to prepare for the ceremony, I met with you after you had read the 5 love languages. Grace, you told me that Alex values words of affirmation. He responds to encouraging words. He appreciates it when you reassure him about work-related issues. You also told me that physical touch is important to Alex. He likes it when you hug him or scratch his head. He likes when you sit on the couch right next to him and when you put your hand on his knee or thigh. You love it when he brushes and braids your hair. You like when Alex gives you back rubs, and he likes it when you give him little tush pats. Alex, you said that acts of service are important to Grace. She appreciates it when you straighten up the house and take out the trash. She plans fun activities to do with your friends, including going to dinner with them and playing card games. She reminds you about important things on your calendar. When you were sick recently, no one has ever taken care of you and nursed you back to health like she did. Quality time is a love language that you both share. You enjoy building your computers. You like playing video games. You cook dinner together. You walk the dog and sometimes play Pokemon Go. You watch shows about cars, Kitchen Nightmares, and the Great British Bake Off. Knowing and caring about your partner's love language is key to keeping each other's emotional tank filled You both realize how important it is to let each other know, by honoring each other's love languages on a consistent basis, how very much you care for one another. In addition, the 3 questions I asked the both of you and the answers you sent me clearly illustrate that you get each other on a very deep level. I was moved by the depth of understanding, appreciation, and respect that each of you have for one another. I'd like to share with you what each of you said about the other. Grace, I asked you for one word that described Alex, and you told me altruistic. Alex, I asked you for one word that described Grace, and you said patient. I then asked the both of you what makes your partner special. This from you, Grace. Alex is one of the most naturally kind and selfless people I have ever met. The moment I decided I needed to tell him that I loved him was in a Chipotle parking lot as he lovingly wiped spilled burrito off my shirt. That exemplifies Alex. Without even thinking, he rushed to clean up a mess that wasn't even his. He's helped me through a lot of messy things over the last 5 years without hesitation or complaint, and I can only hope to show that kind of love back to him. This from you, Alex. Despite my previous behaviors and beliefs, Grace challenges me to see a bigger picture and build a better sense of awareness. She always thinks of me and has shown me that I do not need to sell myself short of the love that I deserve. She goes out of her way for me in ways that I never knew people could, and for all this and more, I love her so. The final question was, what's the most important thing that you bring to the relationship? Grace, you said, I am Alex's cheerleader. When he gets a little too selfless and starts to neglect himself and his own needs, I encourage him to set boundaries and take care of himself. The most important thing I do regarding our relationship is to try to make sure Alex sees himself the way I see him. After that, I have a pretty sweet gig because he does all the hard work. Alex, your answer was, in my work and personal life, I always strive for continuous improvement and will learn the requisite tools to achieve my goals. If I do something that may upset Grace, I am always ready to talk it out and get to the root of the She is truly a well-rounded, wise, loving woman. Grace is so fun to be around. We used to bake cakes to celebrate making through finals each semester. We would make everything from scratch and decorate them together. As long as I've known her, Grace has always been the mom of our group. She's a doer and is usually the one who organizes and plans things. She's a devoted friend who thinks about others and is always checking in to make sure that everyone's okay. Grace is the best kind of person to have in your corner. When there's a crisis, she's the person you can call in the middle of the night. She listens intently and is ready to roll up her sleeves to assist with whatever you need. She will also do whatever it takes to help those she loves be their most authentic selves and know they are loved for who they are. Grace is not a singular moment person. She's a constant source of support and love to those in her life, whether that be bringing coffee to a friend who's drowning in work, dropping everything to spend multiple hours in the sorority dining room helping a friend study, or sending a sweet text to check on someone who's going through a hard time. She's reliable and loyal, and she'll have your back or be there with a shoulder to cry on. And one Christmas, when Grace was little, our family was asked to light the Advent candle one week. Grace asked if she could read the scripture verse, and not thinking it would be that difficult, as she was a very good reader for her age, we said yes. The reading was way longer than previous weeks and included words like inequities and transgressions. And although she was 5, she was determined to do it. We went over what the words meant and the correct pronunciations. She practiced until she could read it flawlessly, and her delivery was impressive. Meanwhile, her parents were so nervous I could barely hold the microphone still, and her father couldn't get multiple lighters to work. He says he probably should have let her light the candles as well. Alex is such a kind-hearted person. He always sees the best in people. He puts others before himself, is always there for his friends, and helps them out when they are in trouble. During an internship Alex and I were part of, we went to Silver Dollar City for the day. It started raining very hard, and our whole group was soaked. We decided to keep walking to find a place to sit under to get dry. On the way, Alex was skipping around, and all of a sudden he slipped and fell on the ground. Even though he was the one who fell, he was able to make everyone smile in a less than ideal situation. But honestly, even to this day, we all still laugh about it. Alex is willing to do anything for a laugh, but he can also be serious and down to earth when you need to talk. He's a hard worker. He isn't afraid to explore different possibilities. He's willing and open to trying new things, and regardless of a positive or negative outcome, he will learn from it and glean some new nugget of information. He isn't afraid to speak his mind, and offers true support when you do the same. Finally, he was the only other person to do the dishes in our dorm. Alex looks at Grace with unquestionable love and devotion. He is stronger because of her and has learned that it's okay to be vulnerable. The day they found out that the house they were hoping to get was officially theirs, Alex was so happy he shed a few tears. Tears of joy because they were on their way to building a new life as partners. He said, "I'm just so happy that we got this house and have our friends just down the street too. It's perfect." We gathered around and had a big group hug, followed by lots of shots of tequila. And in our second year of college, in an effort to get to know my new dorm mates better, I invited them all to a bar trivia with a few other friends. Alex was the only one that decided to come along. I'm not sure how many answers we got right that night, if any at all. But from then on, if we didn't know an answer, Alex always had a top-notch suggestion for a joke answer, which provided all of us and the other teams with a good laugh. I also ask the people who know, love, and adore you to give you a hope, wish, or quote on this most important of days, your wedding day. Here are a few of the things they sent me. Oh, how lucky I am to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard. This is just the start to a long, fruitful life together, and I truly hope that they have many years filled with laughter and joy. That they continue to weather every storm that life throws at them with all the same strength, love, and compassion for each other that they've used to get through other challenges they've faced. And trust and listen to each other. The following selections from Corinthians is my blessing for the both of you. If I speak in the tongues of men and of angels, but have not love, I am only a resounding gong or a clanging cymbal. If I have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have a faith that can move mountains, but have not love, I am nothing. If I give all I possess to the poor and surrender my body to the flames, but have not love, I gain nothing. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it is not rude, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. You have known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point, you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, indeed, you've been making commitments in an informal way. All of those conversations that were held in a car or over a meal or during long walks, all those conversations that began with when we're married and continued with I will and we will and you will, all those late night talks that included someday and somehow and maybe, and all those promises that were unspoken matters of the heart, all these common things and more are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you're about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know, all those things that we promised and hoped and dreamed, well, I meant it, every word. Look at one another and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you've been many things to one another, acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, and even teacher, for you learned much from one another these past few years. Shortly you shall say a few words that will take you across the threshold of life, and things between you will never quite be the same. For after today you shall say to the world, this is my husband, this is my wife. Grace and Alex, never forget what you said about each other, that Alex is selfless, that he's kind, that you love him for who he is, that Grace challenges you, that she's always thinking about you, and that you love her deeply. Alex, do you take Grace, whose hands you hold, choosing her alone to be your lawfully wedded wife? Will you live with her in the state of true matrimony? Will you love her and comfort her through good and bad times, in sickness and in health? Be faithful and respectful to her and honor her at all times. Will you have faith in her abiding love for you through all your years and in all that life may bring you?
I do.
Grace, will you take Alex, whose hands you hold, choosing him alone to be your lawfully wedded husband? Will you live with him in the state of true matrimony? Will you love him and comfort him through good and bad times, in sickness and in health? Be faithful and respectful to him and honor him at all times. Will you have faith in his abiding love for you through all your years and in all that life may bring you? Now at last, they were beginning chapter 1 of the great story no one on earth has ever read, which goes on forever, in which each chapter is better than the one before. Grace and Alex have chosen to do a hand fasting as a symbol of their commitment. These are the hands of your best friend, young and strong and full of love, holding yours as you promise to love each other today, tomorrow, and forever. These are the hands that will work alongside yours as together you build your future. These are the hands that will comfort you when grief and uncertainty will fill your mind. These are the hands that will countless times wipe the tears from your eyes, tears of sorrow and tears of joy. These are the hands that will hold your family as one. These are the hands that will give you strength when you need it. And lastly, these are the hands that even when wrinkled and aged, will still be reaching for yours, still giving you the same unspoken tenderness with just a touch. David, come on up here with those rings. Grace, each time you look at your wedding ring, let it remind you of the circle of life and love. Alex, please place this ring on her finger and repeat after me. Grace, this ring unites us as one.
This ring unites us as one.
As we start our future today.
As we start our future today.
Together. Alex, each time you look at your wedding ring, let it remind you of the circle of life and love. Grace, please place this ring on his finger and repeat after me. Alex, this ring unites us as one. As we start our future today. Together. And now, though two, you are one. You know, a while ago, a good friend told me that as we go through our day interacting with one another, we should frequently pause and ask ourselves, does the world need more of this? Knowing the two of you as I do, I would say yes, indeed we do. Thank you for the honor and the privilege of asking me to marry you. Grace and Alex, you've been married in the company of two wonderful families in your circle of friends. By the power vested in me by the state of Missouri, I now pronounce you partners for life. This is where you seal it with a kiss. Grace and Alex, please face all of those assembled who know, love, and adore you. Ladies and gentlemen, I present Mr. and Mrs. Alex and Grace which is Pieces Game Bar, if I'm not mistaken. So head on over there, grab a cocktail, get ready for them to come. Thank you so much for being part of their ceremony. Now go get the party started.